Hi guys, and welcome back to TechSpace Africa. My name is Nigel, and today I have with me the OPPO Find N2 Flip. Now this is OPPO's attempt at getting a piece of the foldable market share in Kenya. That is going head to head with Samsung, who recently just launched the Galaxy Z Flip 5. Now I've had the Find N2 Flip for a while, and here's what I think about this device. So OPPO did a great job implementing this still relatively new technology, but also ironing out some of the pain points that previous foldables might have had. When the device is flipped shut, it's a compact half of a smartphone, still the thickness of at least two smartphones, but very portable and out of the way. Open it up and the Find N2 Flip becomes essentially the same big screen like the phone you're probably using right now. It has a 6.8-inch AMOLED display, which makes it big, more so tall. I guess the 21:9 aspect ratio is a bit elongated, but that's okay. It's an LTPO AMOLED panel which supports HDR10+ for all your entertainment needs and comes in at full HD, which is 1080p, with about 403 pixels per inch. So essentially no compromises whatsoever with the viewing experience. Now when you bend anything, it's going to have a crease. The OPPO Find N2 Flip is no different. It has one. However, it is the most unnoticeable crease in any folding device I have seen or used. It's better than the new Galaxy Z Flip 5 actually. OPPO has nailed the creases on all their foldables, and Samsung should learn a thing or two here. The phone is divided into three parts, a top and bottom panel that's connected by this smooth mechanism in the middle that has no gaps, no failure points, and seemingly nothing that compromises the integrity of the phone. It feels solid and fluid, and my only complaint is that beyond 90 degrees, the phone sometimes doesn't want to remain semi-folded. But otherwise, when it's all closed up, there's no awkward folded angle or gap between the display for debris to get stuck in. It's pretty much a perfectly folded square. Now, the cool part, the phone doesn't cease to be functional when it's folded, and in fact, the Find N2's outer display is one of the things I liked most about it. It's actually a fairly large 3.3-inch AMOLED touch display, and you can swipe through about half a dozen different things and even add a couple of third-party apps. The standout feature of this display is you can even use it as a viewfinder for the cameras. You can take selfies or even videos with the main rear camera setup, and you'll actually see yourself on that outer display. This isn't some gimmick either. This is a genuinely useful function that I've used myself on more than one occasion. It not only increases the usefulness of that outer display, but also allows you to take better selfie pics by ditching the often subpar front-facing selfie camera. You can also swipe through some of the available widgets like your calendar and add apps like Spotify or WhatsApp. You'll be able to see notifications to messages, emails, and all of that at a glance. So when it's not folding and being all cool, the Find N2 Flip is a smartphone at heart. It works and operates just like any flagship device. It has a polished aluminum frame and two great color options. Mine is in this matte black finish, which I really like. You also get a fingerprint sensor on the side where it's supposed to be, stereo speakers, etc. You get the gist. However, it's not without its flaws. It lacks a headphone jack and expandable storage, but unfortunately, that's the story with most phones nowadays. What OPPO does give you though are all the accessories you could want in the box, including a 2-piece clear case, a 44-watt charger, and Type-C cable. The device is powered by the MediaTek Dimensity 9000 Plus, paired with either 8 or 12 gigs of RAM and 256 gigs of storage. I found the phone's performance to be pretty close to, top-tier flagship Qualcomm chips. The software experience here is ColorOS 13 over Android 13. For me though, while powerful performance is always a plus, battery life is something these flip phones often struggle with. The Find N2 Flip has a 4300 mAh battery, which is paired with the 44-watt wired charging, which speeds give this phone up to 50% in a bit under 30 minutes, making it the fastest charging foldable. That means the time I spent plugged in was very minimal. I never had a day where this phone didn't last all the way. When it comes to the cameras, besides taking fun front-facing selfies, the dual selfies setup on this phone has captured some incredible shots for me. So hardware-wise, you get a 50-megapixel main shooter paired with an 8-megapixel ultra-wide. The selfie camera is actually a 32-megapixel lens, and it's pretty good, although I doubt you'll be using it a lot. There is a robust manual mode, and this phone shoots up to 4K 30. I did notice that when you snap a pic, the device takes a bit to process, but the end result is a shot that I think is done near flagship caliber when the conditions are right. So, should you go out and buy the Find N2 Flip? Now, I think my opinion would have been very different if this video was shot about 6 months ago. Right now I think it's a bit expensive to buy the Find and 2 Flip at 130,000 Kenyan shillings when you can buy the Flip 4 at a cheaper, below 100,000 Kenyan shillings. And if you want something better than the Z Flip 4, which the Find and 2 was a while back, right now you can get the Flip 5. So but if you are cash constrained and you want something cheaper, perhaps I would advise you get the Galaxy Z Flip 4. And if you are an OPPO fanboy like I am, you could wait for the second iteration of this Find and 2 Flip, which will definitely be coming sooner than later. Let me know if you enjoyed this video, and leave a like, subscribe, and cheers.